Have you ever watched a river carve its way through stone? It doesn't force itself. It doesn't crash through obstacles. It simply flows, steady, consistent, unstoppable. And over time, it shapes entire landscapes. What if I told you that discipline can work the same way in your life? What if discipline wasn't about force or struggle, but about flow? Most of us think of discipline as something rigid, something exhausting. We associate it with strict routines, endless self-control, and a constant battle between what we want to do and what we should do. It feels like saying no all the time. No to that extra bite of dessert. No to impulse shopping. No to skipping workouts. And after a while, all that saying no becomes suffocating. It feels like discipline is taking away our freedom instead of giving us more of it. But what if we've been looking at it the wrong way? What if discipline wasn't about restriction, but about expansion? What if, instead of fighting against ourselves, we learned how to move with discipline the way a river moves with the earth, effortlessly, powerfully, naturally? I've spent over 2 decades helping people master their financial lives, and I've seen this struggle play out again and again. People come to me feeling stuck. They set strict budgets and force themselves into rigid financial plans, thinking that the harder they push, the better results they'll get. But just like a tightly stretched rubber band, the more they pull, the more likely they are to snap. I remember working with Ravi, a young professional who was desperate to get his finances under control. He started every month with strict rules: no eating out, no online shopping, no unnecessary spending. He was determined to be disciplined. And for the first week, he was. By the second week, it got harder. By the third week, he felt completely drained. By the fourth week, he gave up altogether. And then came the guilt. The frustration. The feeling of failure. I just don't have enough willpower, he told me, his voice heavy with disappointment. But here's the truth: willpower is not the answer. Willpower is like holding your breath underwater. You can do it for a little while, but eventually, you have to come up for air. That's not sustainable. That's not how real discipline works. Discipline, when done right, doesn't feel like restriction. It feels like alignment. When your actions are aligned with your deeper values, discipline stops being something you have to force, it becomes something you want to do. It's the difference between forcing yourself to save money and feeling genuinely excited about building your future. It's the difference between struggling through workouts and loving how strong your body feels. It's the difference between constantly battling yourself and feeling like you're flowing effortlessly in the right direction. I've seen this transformation happen over and over again. Take Priya, for example. She used to see budgeting as a financial prison. Every month, she felt like she was punishing herself, cutting out all the things she loved just to stick to a plan. It felt like a never-ending cycle of deprivation. And just like Ravi, she would break down and give up. But when we shifted her focus, everything changed. Instead of seeing budgeting as restriction, she started seeing it as a tool for freedom. We created a system where she allocated 80% of her income toward her long-term goals while keeping 20% completely guilt-free. No tracking, no second-guessing, no feeling bad about spending money on things she enjoyed. That small shift made budgeting effortless for her. She wasn't giving up anything, she was gaining control, peace of mind, and a future she was excited about. The way we frame discipline changes everything. If you see it as something that takes away your freedom, you will resist it. But if you see it as something that brings you closer to the life you truly want, it becomes a part of who you are. Think about how children learn to play an instrument. At first, practicing feels like a chore. They don't enjoy it. They don't see the point. But then, something magical happens. They get better. They start to make music. And suddenly, they want to practice. What once felt like discipline now feels like joy. The same is true for any habit, whether it's saving money, working out, or eating healthier. The moment it aligns with your values, the moment you see the progress, the moment you start enjoying the process, discipline stops being a struggle and starts being a natural part of who you are. But making this shift isn't just about mindset. It's also about setting up your environment for success. Most people try to rely on willpower alone, but willpower is limited. If you're constantly fighting temptations, you'll eventually give in. But if you design your environment to make the right choices easier, discipline becomes effortless. If social media is distracting you, don't fight the urge, remove the apps from your phone. If you struggle to save, don't rely on willpower, automate your savings so you never have to think about it. If you want to eat healthier, don't keep junk food in your house. Make discipline the easy choice, not the hard one. And here's another powerful shift: focus on progress, not perfection. Too many people give up because they think discipline means never slipping up. But real discipline is about consistency, not perfection. If you save money for 6 months and splurge once, you haven't failed. If you eat healthy all week and have one dessert, you're still making progress. Every step forward counts. Think about what's at stake if you don't make this shift. Imagine looking back years from now and realizing you spent your whole life fighting yourself, struggling with willpower, feeling guilty for every little slip up, instead of flowing effortlessly toward your goals. The real cost of misunderstanding discipline isn't just missing your financial targets, it's missing out on enjoying the journey. But the good news is, you don't have to do this alone. I've helped countless people transform their relationship with discipline, not by giving them stricter rules, but by helping them align their habits with their values. And I can help you do the same. Book a free clarity session with me today. Let's sit down, understand your challenges, and create a strategy that actually works for you. A strategy that makes discipline effortless, natural, and freeing. And if you want to be part of a community where we discuss these powerful shifts every day, join our private WhatsApp group where I share real-life strategies and insights to help you stay on track. Discipline isn't about saying no to the things you want. It's about saying yes to the things you want more. It's about creating a life where every choice brings you closer to your dreams. You don't have to struggle with willpower anymore. You don't have to fight yourself. You just have to learn how to flow. Let's create that reality together. Your future self is waiting.